On the first day of Christmas, the retro nerd gave to me a martial arts chick with big ass thighs. What is up, everybody? I'm the retro nerd, and welcome to my special holiday show thing. If you guys remember, last year I did 12 days of Star Wars, where I played good, shitty, and Star Wars games in celebration of Episode 7. But this time around, in celebration of Season 2 for Street Fighter V, which I still have not played because I don't own a PS4, we'll be getting one when taxes come back and all that shit. But anyways, so we're doing 12 days of Street Fighter, knocking out my 12 favorite Street Fighter characters. Some you may agree with, and some you're just like, really? You like that character? Why? That one would probably be like Dan. But, there's people that actually like Dan, and I know that a lot of people agree with me, and then there's those hardcore fans that be like, Dan sucks. It's like, yeah, but when I whoop your ass with Dan and you're playing your main, that just proves my point. I'm better than you with Dan, and Dan sucks. But Dan, for me, is just, it's the character. It's not so much if he's good or not in the fighting games, it's just who he is. But that's not who we're talking about. We are talking about the lady of fighting games, the first lady of fighting games, pretty much, Chun-Li, with her lightning speed kicks, stepping into the first game ever of Street Fighter 2. She pretty much won my heart instantly. I mean, yes, she's a beautiful woman, but it was those lightning kicks, besides E Honda's, 1,000-hand slap, that seeing that in a fighting game for me was just like, oh my god, she kicking literally her kicks look like they go in this one, since it's Street Fighter 3 I'm playing. Yes, I'll be playing different Street Fighter games for each character too. Mainly probably Street Fighter 3 and Street Fighter 4. But anyways, mainly for me, when I saw her do her lightning kicks, I was just like, oh my god. And then you just, at first when you first did it, you're like, what the fuck was that? And, you were just amazed, and then you found out later on as you kept playing and playing as her that if you just keep hammering the kick button, she'll constantly do it until your fucking thumb gets tired. She'll just keep kicking, and it's pretty much if your buddy didn't know how to do a Hadouken or a fireball, just throw a fireball, or how to counteract that. If he tried to jump at you, no, he got kicked. Tried to run at you, he got kicked. There was no way of him getting out of it. And so, yeah. But besides seeing her the first time in Street Fighter 2 that won my heart, it was when I started playing as her in Street Fighter vs. X-Men. Already coming from the days of Street Fighter 2, knowing she had a fireball as well, just like Ryu and Ken. To see her take it to the next level like Ryu and Ken did in the Marvel vs. games, just to see her with Ryu and Ken, they pretty much do a full-on Kamehameha essentially. You can't say Ryu came first. Nah, Dragon Ball Z came first. Sorry guys. Kamehameha came before those fucking guys were shooting Kamehamehas. Essentially, that's what it is. But to see her take her fireball thing and then make it into this big giant force-filled ball around her, you see it essentially in Street Fighter 3, where she has it. It's not perfected yet, and you're just like, oh, that was pretty sweet. And you can just see how unperfected it is, because it's not a solid force field around her like you see in X-Men vs. Street Fighter. So you're like, oh, she's learning this. And then when you see her in the Marvel series busted out, you're like, oh, she must have mastered it finally, and she makes a big giant force field around her, and it's awesome for a super move. Kind of sucks because it doesn't, she doesn't move with it or anything like that, and it's not a projectile attack that goes all the way across the screen, or a moving super or anything like that. But if you time it just right, you're gonna get someone trapped in that damn super and fucking take them down. Now, Chun-Li is probably one of the one of the characters that a lot of people play and fight, in tournaments and stuff like that. I see a lot of Ryus and I see a lot of Kens and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I love Ken and I love Ryu. They're good characters. But Chun-Li, being the first female in fighting games, you gotta give her props. I mean, look at how many Street Fighter games she's been in. She's been in pretty much every single Street Fighter game known to man. Plus, also being in the movie as well. She's like the only other character to be in like every Street Fighter game besides Ryu. I think there was one Street Fighter game that didn't have Ken. I'm trying to think of which one it was, but one of them did not have Ken. But yeah, so Chun-Li and Ryu are like the staples of the series. You have the male staple, which is Ryu, and then you got the female. So it's equality that these two characters are pretty much showing up day in and day out for each World Warrior tournament just to bust ass and kick, and kick some ass too. It's awesome to see her in the new Street Fighter 5 game, and just seeing, how they keep improving these characters that have been around for so long. I mean, look, fucking Street Fighter 2's in the 90s. It was in the 90s, and for a lot of you young kids, that's almost 30 years ago. I mean, I'm gonna be turning 30 next year, so that's a long time considering, how long I've been on Earth and how long the 90s have been around. 90s, it just blows my mind of how long these characters have lasted. Ryu, Ken, Scott, Chun-Li, Guile. These characters have lasted a long time and still impact, pop culture and fucking video games to this day still. And that's a testament to Chun-Li. I mean, look at Wonder Woman, 75 years, Chun-Li as a fighting game character, 30 some odd years now. That's incredible. Because the only other person that beats her would be Wonder Woman. I mean, there you go. You got your female protagonist right there. I mean, yeah, you got Samus Aran and all that, but who can kick much more ass than Chun-Li? You take away all of Samus Aran's weapons and shit and let her fight Chun-Li. I guarantee you she'll lose hands down, motherfuckers. Hands down. But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap up this video. Pretty much with these videos, it's 12 days of Christmas. Like I said, I'm just going to be going through my 12 favorite Street Fighter characters. Pretty much giving you a little history about the characters and why I love them. And that's about it. That's all I'm going to do with these videos. If you want to tune in, go for it. But don't worry, I'll have my normal videos as well, so don't worry about that. It's just something new I'm going to try for this 12 days of Christmas. I wanted to do like 12 days of Christmas movies or 12 days of shitty licensed video games or 12 days of Christmas video games. But it was hard, and I was like, I really want to do 12 days of Street Fighter because of this new Season 2 coming out and all that, and Akuma, being in Street Fighter 5 and also Tekken 7, which are coming out, they'll be out next year. So, but anyways, guys, I've been the Retro Nerd, and I hope you'll enjoy the 12 days of Street Fighter. If you don't, like I said, it's not going to return after this year, so. But anyways, guys, I've been the Retro Nerd, and Retro Nerd out.
Strike now. Mega